to churches. Let's go to pastors. So there are people who might have the knowledge and the funds to be like, you know what? I want to own. It's time for me to put down some roots. Black folk, but then they're targeted by subprime loans. So when 2009, 2008 comes up, market crashes, we're worse off. And that goes to our next section, which is how does racism play into gentrification?
I feel like racism plays a huge factor in gentrification. It's not the end-all, be-all. However, I feel like when I'm hearing stories like Wells Fargo investing in black people, like I say this all the time, it's cool to make money off of black people. It's cool to use black people's culture, but it's not cool to actually be black. So I can make more money off of white people moving in. And you even used the example where you said like, oh, my neighbor is black, so the property value goes down. Like, come on. Like, that's crazy to me.
There is a map. So say you were applying for a loan. You got it? Say you were applying for a loan or maybe credit card, whatever. They would know, even if you got approved, they would know what section you lived in to tell you that you didn't. Before they even knew anything about you, your work habit, they're like,
that's why Chicago.
They say, this is Chicago. This is Highland. This is North Highland, Chicago.
That's why Chicago looks just like
so
that.
this is where it first started, where everybody migrated. And this is where in the 1930s to the 60s, and this is what it looks like now. This is the same area that's ghetto, that's impoverished, and that's below the poverty line. These same people.
I knew this gentleman. He was trying to buy a house. Real quick, he was trying to buy a house in Mill Basin, Brooklyn. And he said, you know, because of his name, they thought he was white. When he showed everything on paper, A1 credit, the money was there, everything. He was going to see a house in Mill Basin. When he showed up, the guy says, okay, where's such and such? You understand what I'm saying? Not knowing that that is the gentleman that you was looking on, because on paper, basically he was white. You understand? Or he was whatever that demographic is in Mill Basin. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, he ended up not getting a house in Mill Basin. The guy had to take him and say, yo, honestly, if I sell you this house in Mill Basin, I'll lose my job.
Well, I'm just not gonna sell you my houses too. I'm not gonna be able to sell you.
Yeah, they'll fire me, and you know what I mean. They'll crash my whole career. I cannot sell you a house out here.
So another quote that we came across from the article on pretty much Chicago and whatnot. One man said that his black neighbor was probably a nice guy, but every time I look at him, I see $2,000 drop off the value of my house. Which leads into like,
God damn, son.
Can anyone, or kind of give a brief description of like what white flight is?
Yeah, it was basically a migration of a lot of working class white people out. They moved further west, if I'm correct, right?
They just moved out.
They just moved out, yeah. But
like the concept of inner city.
How do you guys feel about white flight with them moving out? Because they moved out technically when black and minorities started moving in the 60s and in the 70s. But now they're technically coming back.
I don't know. I mean, they're coming back, but then it's like in our neighborhoods, they still clutch their purses. They're still scared of us. You know what I mean? So it's like, why are you here if you're still scared? You know, why do you want to still be here? I understand. I get it. Rent is high in New York City, but like, you don't go to a certain neighborhood and still like clutch your purse or look at people funny. Like, they're not supposed to be here. Like, we've been here. Like,
a lot of those people moved to Long Island, if I'm correct. From my research.
Absolutely.
And the taxes are crazy in Long Island. And so just because someone is a gentrified and they are moving in the neighborhood, don't think like they're renting too. They probably own property and they're coming back to buy property.
that's cool. Like, that's cool. You can move back. Like, all right, cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, this is about an erasure of culture that's been there. This is about like culture being erased in history and like people building their lives around community. That's just being like separated. And it's like, it's really hard to sit back and not be like, okay, well, I don't feel some type of way, or okay, this happens, or no, this is our community. We've built it for 20, 30 years. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't know nothing else, some of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, Franklin Ave was not Franklin Avenue when I lived there, and it looks crazy. It doesn't even look the same anymore. I don't even recognize.
No lie, I used to clutch my purse, and I didn't have a purse back in when I was.
I don't even carry a purse, so.
mean, to play devil's advocate.
Actually from New York.
early 90s.
Where did you grow up? In Tribeca. So where do you live now?
Bushwick.
And how do you feel about? Because how long have you been in Bushwick?
Probably, let's see, like 5 years maybe.
And what made you want to move to Bushwick instead of
I
staying in
started my
Tribeca?
business there.
Okay.
That's no longer, but we won't go there.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah,
but
It burned down.
no, I will. Oh, it did. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Fires in Bushwick. My
Oh,
business burned down.
Boom, and
Can we figure out why this is happening?
Because
You don't know?
of shitty landlords
Yeah, it's a
doing
lot of
shoddy
slumlords.
electrical work,
a
Oh,
lot.
I can see that. I see that on New York 1.
shitty construction work, because everybody needs to get, and this does play a part in gentrification, the building's up like super fast. Yes, to get people to move in.
Legos.
So the craftsmanship is poor,
Mhm.
and people are not supervising, and to get a CO, like, I'm sure, like, people pay people off, so,
Why did you choose Brooklyn instead of staying in the city?
because I couldn't afford Manhattan. So I was pushed out of my neighborhood. And now when I go back to my neighborhood, it's crazy. It's not,
What does Tribeca look like?
there's a building called like Truffles, which is crazy. Well,
It
when my
wasn't
family
then, huh?
came in, they were in a spice factory, and it was a shitty, warehouse. And well, my dad built the apartment himself. Like, he put up walls himself.
Saying that, I think there's
That's
levels to this gentrification shit.
I mean, I think,
and
yeah.
we're like
Focus
seeing one side of the story that we're not really that aware of.
Well,
Because-
there are some issues I have when, like, you're saying, like, Jewish people or whatever, because, like, my dad's family is, like, Jewish, so I do represent with Jewish people, but not Hasidic Jewish people. So I'm a different sect, like Ashkenazi or whatever. So I understand why people have this hatred towards, like, Hasidic Jewish landlords. Like, I get it, slumlords. But, like, I do have issues with that because my family was killed in the Holocaust. So, like, that does bother me when people, like, I have friends who say, they hate on the slumlords in Bushwick because a lot of them are Hasidic, landlords. But it's like, so I feel kind of like weird about it. Does that make sense?
So here's what's happening. So there's South America, who are experiencing political turmoil. There's Asian countries that have corrupt governments, etc. The best way to hide money is property.
Yes.
And what they do is they buy property in New York because
Yes. I know all about this.
it's always
heard.
this is always a market that's going to be, you're going to get some return on your money within 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, etc. So what happens is they the wealthy from other countries have priced people out
Right.
in Manhattan.
Right.
So people who used to be able to afford these things in Manhattan are now like, well, can I go to Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Or can I go to Queens? Can I go to Greenpoint? I can still get to work. I can go to Astoria. 7 minutes, several minutes to Midtown. So I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's what happening. It's like foreign investors buying places,
China.
hide the money.
Thank you.
They're coming here.